the sun or in the rain. It's the kind of thing, you know, we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know, we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Woo! You know, we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know, we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen, but how else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it?
I put it in Javicia, I got these bitches tripping. Was young, I wanted a Bentley. I promise I'm gon' go with some, I gon' get it. I had a trap at the vacant, swerving around in Vegas. Mama, we finally made it. Order with a Rex, I'm a trap star. She a ride just like car. The bricks in the backyard. Try to ride a on the White Hart. I can't take up on a date, cause a chicken dinner. Put my wrist in the pot, I could make it chicken.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen, but how else am I gonna get it? 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 I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gonna get it? 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 Whip. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? Whip. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? Whip. You know my is the best. I feel like I should stop and retire as a vet and probably maybe put on a new. Oh, I'm in a cruise ship. I'm tired of this in the kitchen, but how else am I gonna get it? 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 I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it?
features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Rodgers Packers. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Guy.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good match matchup on tap between the Oakland Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. This is taken at his 4.
Yo. Can you hear me?
Time running out here on the play clock.
Oh.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. In motion, the tight end. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get into. And it's second down. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
In most defenses, watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Rodgers to throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They'll run for the first time with Lacy. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Quickly now, the starting 11 from the Oakland defense.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
So we've got a second and 5. The play clock's running down. Again, it's Lacy. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
Good call.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just didn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Carry for Latavius Murray. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlight at wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands. So strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dies right there. And then he's able to do things with it after he catches it.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Following the penalty, it's Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Carr with a give to Murray. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 788 last year. Now, also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward?
I think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788, because they had other options. They're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense with an infusion of speed. But Latavius Murray, I think he'll still continue to be the lead guy out of that trio.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Red zone opportunity. On first down, Murray. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll go with a big back. This is Olawale. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jameis Olawale taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Set to return. This is Jeff Janis. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They start the drive on the ground with Lacy. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. One back is Lacy. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. And it's a gain of 17 that time. Good enough for an Oakland 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now Carr going to give it to Murray on the draw play. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So on fourth down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Khalil Mack in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Murray the lone setback. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Second down following the incompletion. To throw his Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block, and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So 2nd and 10 here. Slot man moves right. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Check 50. Over. Check. Hey, 626.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. His throw caught at about the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Lacy. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Say what you want about Eddie Lacy. He is really important to his team, and right now they're holding him down well below his normal yardage total, and his team's losing the game.
And we talk about it so often, how tough he is to bring down, but they found a way to do it.
Yeah, I think gang tackling, getting a lot of people to him, that's the key to everything. Not many guys can take him down one-on-one consistently.
Here's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are back within a score. Play clock winding down. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. One receiver to the left is Cooper. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Fresh set of downs here. Carr turns, hands to Murray. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They go with Murray again. Murray fighting, lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They come out here in the eye. Now Carr going to give to Olawale. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth.
2nd down to the offense needing 5 yards. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 6 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen. And blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throw on second down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's Murray, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. One receiver to the left is Cooper. To throw his Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A pretty good coverage there, and both both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
319! 319!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. They got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Packers a first down. Time running out here on the play clock. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
319! 57 right. Zoom. Shake it out, please. 319.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing an intentional grounding call.
Now Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Jacob Shum now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Murray, the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That was second down run for Murray. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Carr going to look to throw. It's caught by Roberts. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Second down now after the pass completion. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr to throw. And this will be incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Carr gets it off to Washington. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Calling a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Here we go now with Olawale. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Hey, 4th and inches. Why let your quarterback try and sneak for it? Give it to the guy who's born to fight for those tough yards. It's a fullback dive, and he just makes sure he secures the football and then plows forward to pick up the first down.
Here after picking up the first on the ground. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You
certainly
loved
did.
the defensive.